Looks like we're live. We got it. Let me get the pop out, see who's on there. Let's see. Let me get the pop out, see who's on there. Come on, pop out. Let's see. Let me get the pop out, see who's on there. There's the pop out. Okay, and we'll pull out. Let's see. Good afternoon. All right, we got Small Engine Nation. We got Craig. We got Steve. Hey, there's Bob. The only reason I'm on, Bob, is because I just saw yours a minute ago with your daughter. That's why I figured let me chime in. I missed yours by maybe 10 minutes, so I'm just chiming in. Let's see. I'll see. But you got to use the StreamYard, Bob. The StreamYard's cool because then you could have people come up by using the link. There's the link, and you can come up and we could have a good time. I love using the StreamYard. It's free, it's easy, and you could have up to 6 people chime in and have some fun with you. Mick is working on the railroad, actually. He's a railroad, I think he's a foreman, really. He repairs the rails. Whenever the rails need repair, he has his own push me, pull you carts and all that stuff. And he usually dresses up like like a stormtrooper in his PPE devices so that he doesn't breathe in the noxious fumes from the tunnels and wherever he's doing his rail work. So it's pretty cool when you see Mick out there. Sometimes, he comes on late at night. It's because, he's got a rail job and he's got something to do. So pretty cool. Oh, speaking of the devil, there he is.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mick?
How you doing, brother?
Got a lot of work tonight or what?
Oh, I'm not even going to get
started.
Work? Yeah, it's not going to happen tonight. We've got I've got
that's right.
I've got three switches to tamp tonight, and they're installing 2 100-foot switches on the tracks. I've got all the cranes out here, and they're going to be about 3 hours just even sorting that stuff out. So I'm just going to sit in the van, keep warm, and just watch them work for a bit.
Now, like frogs or left and rights, or what are they?
So again.
Are like frogs or left and rights or what?
Well, switches. What you call frogs? They're left and rights and one frog.
Okay. Yeah, well, I say frog because I used to do it toy trains, and we always
we call
they call the frogs and all that.
Yeah, we call frogs.
Cool. Phil, what's going on?
How you doing, Ken? How are you doing, Mick?
Okay. Yep.
How you doing, Phil?
Good. Did you? Yeah, I saw Bob on there, double wide, and I says, I said when he said when he said you were on, I said you must be working. So,
yeah, Bob thinks I'm a firefighter. I'm not. I'm a railroader. Oh, yeah. Bob. I see Bob. How you doing, Bob?
That's all right. You get
the buddy boy. Dropped you.
Where are you off to, Phil? Yep.
What was that?
Can you hear me, Phil? Where are you off to?
Oh, so I just picked up a
we lost
a newer Craftsman. I didn't get the model, but it's a Craftsman riding mower with a Briggs 21 horse for $100. It's in the back of my trailer.
Wow.
And the guy said that
I'm going to get a free one tomorrow. I don't know if it's run.
Oh, I'm going to make a video on this one. It's like, I mean, it's not brand spanking new, but it's a newer model. It's that red Craftsman with the little round headlights in the front. I'll probably end up making.
Oh, the bright ones, the MTVs they got now, yeah. Yep.
But the guy said that the camshaft compression something in the engine was causing the starter to not spin the flywheel, and
that happens, yeah. When it falls off, yep.
But I figured, I'm like, what if it's just a valve adjustment? I didn't tell him because
Could be.
I don't want to tell them any repair secrets or anything. So I'm gonna try to
You
see what
don't want to tell them no repair secrets, but yet you're videoing it.
Yeah, but who watches us? Nobody watches us.
No one watches me. No one watches me.
It's funny though. Bob made the comment that there's like 10 times as many small engine people now because of YouTube. You know.
Do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a massive influx. Not massive, but I'm seeing a big influx, and I think there is predominantly a lot more than what we're actually seeing because YouTube is so big. But I'm seeing so many guys now just starting up their little sheds and the little workshops and just getting it done. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's what I like to see. I like to see people actually starting their either business or hobby. You know, because I mean, everyone starts out in the shed, and some people stay in the shed, but some people take it to a next level. You know, and go big. I know a local guy that owns a huge shop. He owns a huge shop, and he's got like 5 or 6 employees. You know, so he's completely out of the field. He's got an office crew and workers that are certified and trained to repair literally anything that you toss at them. So that's where I see myself. Maybe.
I tell you, after a few of these repairs, I feel like I'm certified.
Yeah.
To the nut house. To the nut house.
I picked up a nice little Honda today. Honda 537 HRX off of a commercial guy. It's done a few hours, but I picked it up and got it back to the house, non-running, non-starting, and I just put a brand new plug in it, and away she went. Rotor clutch, power drive, hydrostatic.
Is that a roller one, Mick?
No, it's not a roller, unfortunately. It's not a four-wheeled one. No, it's not roller. But a brand new plug, £3. Boom, up and running.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Ken,
the torch plug, was it?
Sorry. Can you change the view back to what you had it?
The big one? Well, Mick usually gets mad when he shows full face.
No. It makes me look big, and I'm quite slim.
And I look like I look like I got a fat head now too.
You got to scoot back. You know, you got to scoot back a little bit.
I'm in a van.
I'm 2 feet away. I'm like 2 feet away.
I gotta give this client an estimate on trimming up this. Let me show you guys. Oops.
8:00 at night.
I gotta trim up those weeds, and that's about it. Clean it up.
Oh, that's right. It's 5 o'clock. You're in Washington. I forget. You're 3 hours different. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock here.
While I'm at it, let me just show you what I picked up while I'm here. Just a quick preview.
Hey Mason, good to see you.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. It's a
that's the MTD ones.
Yeah. So it's a nice little 21 horse.
Oh wait, that looks like an AYP.
Yeah, where's the
wait, hood pins? What do you put? Hood pins on that thing?
Hey, that's not me. I got this thing. I just picked this up.
You see, like driving these hood pins on the thing. He's pimping it out. Is it a 917 series?
Yeah, it is.
It just wants a double.
So it's still AYP. Yeah, no, that's still the AYP Husqvarna. Yeah, okay. Bob. Connecticut, yeah, East Coast, Bob. Right, I'm in Trumbull, Connecticut, right next to Bridgeport, Connecticut, about 20 miles south of New Haven, home of the best pizza in the world.
Pizza.
Well, we got Pepe's Pizza, which is supposedly some of the best around. They say it's really, really popular. New Haven, Connecticut. So
we got a Domino's pizza right over here.
What do you say, Mick?
Is it popular with you?
In fact, right next door to it is their competition called Sally's Pizza, named after a guy named Salvatore. And I like Sally's better. Truth be told, Pepe's is great pizza. It really is. It's in the casinos now. It's everywhere around here. And they are like the originator from 100 years ago. But I like Sally.
You do know they made a song about Sally, right?
Oh yeah, Ride Sally Ride.
No, the other Sally. Sally,
Oh,
who
okay.
that is Sally?
Yeah, hopefully, Phil, it's if it is a compression release, what motor was in it, Phil? Was it a like a 17.5, 18.5, one of those Briggs?
21 horse Briggs single, yeah. So
Single. Okay, yeah.
I'm sure it could be a valve adjustment. If it's not, then I'm just gonna have to tear into it and actually see if it is
the cam from Briggs. The kit is $90. If you want to buy aftermarket, Henry from Mowers and Blowers put a link in one of his videos. They sell a Chinese aftermarket camshaft duplicate of the Briggs with the lifters for about $35. So it's a cheap repair.
Bob is saying that the aftermarket cam is $35 on Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Henry had a link to it in one of his vids. I didn't buy one of the aftermarkets yet because I didn't know it was available. But hell, for $35, it's a third of the price of the OEM, and it looks like it's good quality. Henry has used it in a couple mowers, so I know it works. You know, how many people have replaced batteries and starters because of that stupid thing? Tons of people.
Oh, he said he replaced the battery and the starter and the starter solenoid. So I got 3 free parts for free, basically.
Yeah. So guaranteed
he's a parts thrower.
Yep.
The
way you can tell a lot of times, so when you drain the oil, you may see the little pieces.
How about this? How about this? He started it by taking the air filter off, putting his hand over the air filter inlet, so it would close off the air, and then he turned it over and let go of his hand, and it started that way.
That's weird. I mean, it sounds more like a choke thing.
Yeah, it spins over. It spins over if he basically if he closes the air so it doesn't suck in any air, it starts. I've never seen that weird. Ever. Yeah.
But keep in mind though, the linkage on that, Phil, when you push it all the way forward, if that linkage that's bent like a rectangle isn't in the right position, the tab won't push that link far enough to close the choke. So you got to look at the way the linkage is too. It may just not be hitting the choke.
Yeah. True. But he did put it all the way down. I heard that snap, this little sound you usually hear when you close the choke plate.
I got you.
And I felt like, the choke worked, but then he put his hand over the air filter tube and it started. But I'll have to look at it. I mean, it's easy enough, just 2 little nuts on the air filter box.
There's a gentleman called Nicholas Alexander. He says, "Hi, Dad."
Oh, that's my kid. Oh my God, that's my kid at work. What? Hey, what the hell? What the hell's my kid doing? It was supposed to be working at 8:20. Not supposed to be online talking to me. Probably on his phone. Yeah. Spying on the old dad. Yeah.
Spying on the old man.
Well, you know what it is? I tell my kids I have friends, and they don't believe me, so they're probably trying to confirm that I do have friends.
For how many years did you tell them to get off that computer and go out and play and do something? And it just caught the old man on the computer doing nothing.
This is my youngest, Mick, that works in the factory with me on second shift. Okay, but he played Minecraft for years. That stupid Minecraft game. You couldn't even get a word in edgewise. It's the stupidest looking game with the worst graphics and all that. So I don't know.
Oh, the cube game where everything's a cube?
Yeah, exactly. All pixelated. Yeah, the graphics are disgusting. But I mean, my kid was in there playing with people from all over the world and unbelievable. I bought a computer so that he could use it for finishing school. No, it was used for Minecraft. So.
It's funny. You teach your kids how to work on small engines, Nick? Ken? Sorry.
This one here, my youngest, is a lot more mechanical than my oldest. My oldest is actually a school teacher, an English teacher, and she teaches in New Haven. My youngest now works in the factory with me, working on rotor blades for the helicopters. So doing good. Yeah. Making more money than me, by the way. So
the new generation with their phones, Mick. Yeah, that's exactly it, Bob.
Well, she's hourly. Gets overtime. I don't get overtime. I just get a thank you very much salary my whole life. You know, that's why I do small engines. I need my coffee.
I don't want to work now. I want to retire. I don't want any overtime. You can keep it.
Oh, I got about 10 years
Isn't that
left, Mick.
time-
You got a few
Mick,
more
isn't
years
that
to go.
time and a half? Is it time and a half over there? They pay you. They pay
Depends.
Time and a half over 8.
It could be time and a half, or could be time and 3/4. Depends what day of the week it is.
What about
Well,
holidays?
Mick, being third though, here what they do third shift is you work 6.5, get paid for 8 because you're on the graveyard shift. Is that the way they do it over there?
Yeah, we get night money. Yeah. If it's a holiday, we get double time and a day in lieu.
Oh wow, nice.
But it's a railway, so you know.
There's branding.
Very often we don't do a lot because we have to wait for the last train to run, do our work, and get off before the first train runs in the morning. So we only get like a 2 to 4 hour slot. And like I say, I'll show you at the minute. I've been moving 2 100-foot switches. Now here, it's just an absolute. Oh my lord! There's cranes and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It ain't gonna happen tonight, no matter how much they push me. It ain't gonna happen.
The majority of the time is waiting, right?
Yeah, you have to wait, and as soon as someone rings a bell, out you go. You do your bit, and you know we can go down to the last minute. So I'm actually working on the main line here. I'm right outside Gatwick Airport, so we're working on the main line. And if we delay the first train, which is the Gatwick Express, if we delay that by 1 minute, it's £2,000 per minute per train. So if the first train is delayed by a minute, the second train is delayed by a minute, and the third, and the connecting train doesn't get its connection, and before you know it, every train in the UK is delayed by 1 minute and then climbing. So, man.
How many kilometers do you service, Nick? How many miles or kilometers do you actually service?
So I cover the entire southeast region of the UK, right down from Cornwall all the way over to Maidstone up the top end, and I go into London, just south London I go. So yeah, I cover the whole southeast region of the UK.
What are we talking? Like 100 by 100 mile? Like what are we talking?
Oh, more than that. From my house to London is about 65 mile, and that's the quickest route. So to go over towards Maidstone or down to Cornwall, you're talking sort of 230 miles.
Oh wow,
something like that.
And how many men actually take care of that?
Oh, hundreds. Tonight there will be probably about 300 people, all social distancing, all out. So yeah, about 300 people tonight out and about.
Now, are they all working for your company or contractors or what?
There'll be contractors in there. Yeah, there's a bloke over here from Siemens. He'll be doing some electrical work. So pretty much we get a possession. So tonight is Balcombe to Purley. So it's only about in my area. It's only about a 8-mile work site. So there'll probably be about 300 to 400 people in there doing drainage, fencing, tree work, station lighting, tamping, changing sleepers, it'll be everything going on. It's a free.
One guy was asking me, how did you get into that? How did you actually get into that line of work?
So I used to work on a farm. I worked on a farm for 9 years, doing driving machinery, tractors, combines, forklifts, dumpers, tractors, all that sort of stuff. And my brother joined on here, and he said, "Yeah, come on over." So I knocked on the door, and lo and behold, the boss of the depot where I knocked at, he used to babysit me when I was a kid, and he knows my dad really well. So I pretty much I was one of the last to get in the old-fashioned way, just knock on the door and ask for a job. But within my first week of being on here, because we don't work during the day, we don't work in the rain because we have the live rail. And within my first week of being employed here on the railway, I wanted to go back to the farm. I missed it. I couldn't sit in a van all day long for a week doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. I couldn't. It drove me nuts. But you know what? It's amazing what you get used to when you get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's when you get paid for it, right?
It's the easiest money I've ever stolen in my entire life. That's no lie. So easy.
I went on live yesterday right after work to do that unboxing or whatever of that Sparco thing, and I was surprised to see Bruce because every time I go on, he's either sleeping because he's 2-3 hours behind me, or he doesn't have his day is scheduled. You know that, So I'm trying to figure out when I can have more streams and he can come on, because I love having Bruce on.
Do you know what? It's so nice to see, and long overdue. It's nice to. This isn't a dig. It's nice to see Bruce Pender, a double wide 6. I don't see he went live tonight. I see Steve Small Engine Saloons went live tonight as well. It's so nice to see some of the bigger guys, getting out and showing the support to the fans. It is great to see them on there. And I know that Steve had nearly 500 in the chat tonight, which is absolutely manic. And then Bob went live, which is fantastic. And then Bruce pops up on yours during his lunch break and come and says hello. You get Zippo Varga as well. He pops up, and it's nice to see that the bigger fish, definitely the bigger fish, coming in and chatting with us. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Because we're all
we just need to get Don, Small Engine Doctor, on here.
Well, I don't
Donnie boy. I don't see Donnie.
Yeah, we need to get him. We need to get him on the lives. We need to get him going on the lives, because I don't think I've ever seen him go live ever. Maybe one time. I'm not too sure.
I am working on something, and Bob did do a little announcement tonight. I am working on something for my pre-Christmas live stream, and I'm hoping to have several of the big fishes in the pond on the same live stream.
The last one you did was great. I love that one.
Well, this is actually going to be a live stream, so we're gonna. I have got some confirmed already, and I'm hoping for 2 or 3 more if I can get them. I've got contacts working on them, or sort of reaching out to them. So hopefully, we could potentially have 6 to 9 of the big fish, and without a doubt, no matter what Bob thinks at double wide 6, he's a big fish. People respect him for what he does. So. It's gonna be kind of cool if it all plans out. It may all just disintegrate and everyone's busy and no one's got no time. It may just fall flat on its ass, but we should see.
I was listening to Bob before, and I didn't realize.
Go ahead, Ken.
No, I didn't realize Bob was a shop teacher. That was sort of my dream job. A few years ago, I was thinking about it. Once I got my MBA and all of my other degrees and everything, and my background in manufacturing for 37 years, I said shop teacher would be great. And Bob, I know he has an industrial engineering background, manufacturing and all that. I never realized he was a shop teacher. So that's like the ultimate job for do-it-yourselfers like us,
He's industrial arts teacher, isn't he, Bob? But besides his job and what he does in the workshop, he's just a cool, mellow guy. He's had a few things thrown his way in life he probably didn't expect, but he's just a super mellow guy and just nice to talk to, and really approachable. And you'll find Terrell Jr. and Slippers and Bruce. Look at Bruce. How chilled out is Bruce? You wouldn't think Bruce Pender would have the time to sit on
along. We can rib Bruce all we want. He goes right along.
Exactly that. You just wouldn't think that from a man, but Bruce is. I talk to Bruce often via email during the week. We might have 2 or 3 email conversations sometimes if we're chatting. He's just a really nice, humble man. Doesn't ask so much in life, and he's super cool. But it's nice to see
the bigger boys out there. To the earth.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's nice.
One person who I really would like to get up here, for good or bad, is Henry. I want Henry on a stream.
Well, I need
mowers and blowers. I really do want him on a stream.
Well, I'm working on some, and obviously I'm going to have to. This sounds horrible. I'm going to have to have a backup lineup as well. So hopefully by this end of this month, I should have some confirmation of who's coming up, and I'm going to have a backup as well. And I'm hoping that by having some of the bigger fish in the pond up there, that some of the slightly smaller will also indulge, because Henry, what is he, 6,000 subscribers in, but he's got a wicked personality. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but then neither is Terrell, and I like him. I like anything small engine with a twist is good for me. So we should see who we get. It'd be good to see everybody up there, and if promoted right, it could be a real funky night.
What are you allowed now, Mick? 9 people? What is it with your plan that you do?
I can either have 9 or I can do it on Zoom, and I can have nearly 20. But
Wow.
I think the general consensus of it is it's not going to be all night, so it's going to be for about 30 minutes. I don't want to hold these people up because they're busy people. So, and you got to consider the time zone difference also. So I think it'd be like a 30-minute sort of. I don't think we're going to do questions and answers. Just going to have a general laid back chit chat and just hang out. It'd be cool.
Now, this is going to be for a certain holiday, Mick, or what's the deal?
This is going to be the pre-Christmas live stream. I don't want to say too much about it because I haven't got confirmed names. I've got 4 confirmed, but I'm reaching out to via other people. I'm reaching out to 2 or 3 others within our community that could be quite a big shock if they come up.
Musty?
Hey, I want to ask you,
Phil. I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
I know that's one of them. That's for sure.
Hey, quick question. Yeah, quick question, Mick. I did a video that Frankenmower 2, and I didn't edit anything really, and it's an hour and 14 minutes. Should I just throw it out there?
No, take it.
I mean, there's a lot of just dead space, but
yeah, no. If you can trim out, I'll tell you what to do. I tell you, if you want to get nitpicky, every time you go off to the workshop to pick up a wrench or a socket, and you come back and you got 30 seconds, start getting rid of some of that, and then if you are just like sort of taking your time to take a pull cord cover off, just condense it a little bit. Who am I to give expert advice, right? But
Bruce is getting better at that.
Yeah, he is. I would say about 40. If you can get down to about 45 minutes, Ken, without losing too much of the good information, that'd be about right.
Yeah.
My generator video went for 30, and I thought I had it down, but I could have edited it. I don't like editing. I like to put up raw videos too, because the less you edit, the better. But people, some people like straightforward videos. They don't like all the extra seconds that you waste. Go, like you said, Mick, go and grabbing your 10mm socket. That'll waste 5-6 seconds of the video.
You gotta look at it because you can't cater for everyone. So I had a comment today off of a video I pumped out about 8 months ago. It was a simple service and pull cord change, I think it was, on a relatively old machine. And the comment was, "This bloke is and he swore, get to the point for God's sake." So which is cool, but
that's why they have the fast forward button.
But yeah, exactly. You have the slider. Just move it to where you want it, brother. So I just put back in the comment. Thank you very much for your productive and polite comment. Unfortunately, I can't have narrow-minded people like you commenting like that. I see you have no content yourself, and you like doing gaming or watching gaming videos and cartoons. Keep tapping your thumbs. Sorry, sweetheart. That's what I put. You can't cater for everyone, so just do what works for you. And the most important thing is you got to have fun. If you're getting too stressed about your videos, then it ain't worth doing. So just have fun and just put out what you think is right. And someone will tell you whether you've done a good job or not. Someone will tell you.
Sure.
You guys know about YouTube SEO?
What's that?
What is it?
YouTube SEO. Search engine optimization.
So
I think Pat Hayes talked about that once.
Is this something to do with trying to get a foot up on the right sort of titles and that sort of caper?
Yeah. It's basically your search ranking. So if you are good at YouTube SEO, and I'd actually spend a couple hours researching about it because I did. And I've figured out how to tag your video titles, your description, and your tags in general to where you'd rank basically in the top 3 of your title. So if someone says how to clean a carburetor on a generator, and they type that into YouTube search, and I don't know if I'm on there yet or not, but you'd be like the top 3 on the top result. So because you have all those keywords in your descriptions, in your tags, in your titles, everything's kind of what is it called? Linked together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got an algorithm for it.
Yeah, I look into it because it's very important for people that say, how to change a mower blade. If you SEO the crap out of that video and your description and rewrite everything in your description about changing a mower blade and just having the word mower blade in there like multiple times, you'll rank higher up in the search results when people type in how to change a mower blade. So
the thing is, Phil, for me, right, the thing is, I'm not into all of that. I'm just into doing videos. If people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. I'm not concerned about getting
that's just me, Mick. I love doing that stuff because that's me. Like I'm a businessman, and SEO is like top for when people type in lawn care service in, I live in Spokane, Washington. So people type in lawn care service in Spokane. My website has to be optimized to where when people type in lawn care in Spokane, I'd be on the top 3 of the search. So I found out about YouTube SEO too, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm starting to do the SEO on YouTube as well. So
there is also a thing I did watch a couple of videos on a particular subject very similar, because there is actually different apps you can get and software you can get which tells you if your hashtags are working and how successful they are. But on reflection to it, I did also watch a couple of videos to say that anything that you use to manipulate the system can also go against you in YouTube, because Google is why is it that YouTube push for bigger videos, the bigger channels? Because it's all orchestrated, it's all already sorted out, but they want to push a bigger channel and not just me sharpen the blade up. So there are certain softwares that will go against you as well if you start trying to manipulate the system to get your video out to top rank. But what I will say is that someone I know has released a video on a particular subject. It went out, and after 3 months, it went straight up to 500,000 views. So it could happen to anyone. You keep putting content out, eventually it's got to stick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Google, it's all about the ads. It's all about selling ads.
If the algorithm was easy to manipulate, so that it would promote your videos right, everybody would have 100,000 views within the first 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I believe there are certain elements within YouTube or Google that it is manipulated so it goes against you. They want you to keep putting videos out, but they give you some incentive, but not all the incentive.
Right.
That's the way I see it, Phil. The only one thing I would say, Bob agrees with me. The only one thing I would say with you, Phil, okay, and don't take this as a negative. I physically can't keep up with your videos. It ain't gonna happen. Okay. And the only downside.
I'll tell you the reason why I'm throwing all these videos up is just to get more content out there.
Okay.
But I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down right now because I literally have no time. Like you said, I have no time to make videos because I'm just so busy with my lawn care business.
I get that, but the issue is that if you put a video out, YouTube will push that on a certain platform, okay, in a certain ranking, and then 4 hours later you put another video out, and then 10 hours later you put another video out. YouTube will only push your first video in one 24-hour section. So those other 3 or 4 videos you might release inside 24 hours will not get anywhere near the same support from YouTube as your first one did. So if I was you, I would have all those videos all stacked up and just stack them up to release every 2 or 3 days. Then YouTube.
I think that's where SEO comes in, because
definitely.
Because I released 3 videos on the same subject. It was the toolbox mod that I was doing. There was 3 parts, and I released them at the same time, and they all started kind of gaining views slowly, but I had them all optimized to where it was just like Husky toolbox mod, and I had all these tags in my description, and they all, they all were getting views. There wasn't one video that was just like 30 views and the rest were like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were all constantly at like a 20 mark. So 20, 30. And I mean, it worked for me, but I understand. I have to read into that 24-hour thing for a video. I've never read that.
It's and also if you let's say you want to go live, right? And you put a community post out on your community tab. I'm going to be going live at 6 o'clock. Okay, you do that, and then you put out your live stream pre audience, sort of line it up. YouTube will only push your community tab. They won't push your live stream quite so hard. So I don't ever push a community tab out before I go live. I just have a structured live stream, 6:30 UK time, because otherwise they push the first community tab out because it's a post. So they push that rather than the actual live stream.
That's interesting. I'll have to read into that.
Yeah, well, I believe that to be correct. I may be 110% incorrect, but there are times when I have done a community post or put a video out 6 or 7 hours before my live stream. I've had a good results on my video, but my live stream's been a bit poor.
Huh.
You know?
Yeah. But no, I agree. I want to slow down because I basically generally got all the content I wanted to initially. And now it's just repairs that I'm picking up and other videos. I have no videos lined up. I line them up in a private. I set them to private before I push them out. And I had like 3 or 4 of them, and I pushed them all out. And now I have 0. So I need to create more content and hold them off on private.
Well, that's
and then like push one every week or something.
Yeah, that's a shame because in the past month you've probably released about 30 videos.
I think it was like 2 weeks.
You know what I mean? So I've probably got about 12 videos lined up, and they're all lined up. I release my videos on a Tuesday and a Friday, and then 24 hours later I do my live stream. So I do free broadcasts, if you like, a week. I might bump in a little tiny live stream on a Wednesday, but that's still roughly 24 hours away from my Tuesday video. And I'm not saying I hit it right, but generally for a small channel like myself, I get about 100 thumbs up within 24 hours and about 600 to 900 views in 24 hours as well. You know, who am I to tell you what to do? But you do what works for you as long as you have fun. That's what I recommend.
Oh yeah.
Later, Bob. Take it easy, matey.
Yesterday, I had like nothing really too much to work on this weekend. Now I got like 20 jobs. It was just a crazy day.
It's the same here. I picked up 2 mowers today. I picked up a Hayter Ranger 53 4-speed box mower. I picked up a Honda HRX 537, and then I've just got to pick up tomorrow about 7 mowers, a trimmer, a cylinder mower, and a generator. I just picked up bulk tonight.
Wow.
So that'll all do. It's all content.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Brandon was posting what he's been doing. He's around the same as me. I've been doing it. Actually, I got an email from YouTube yesterday saying it was exactly 3 years since I put my file out there. I'm only about 570 subs, but I've got over 300 videos. And the funny thing is, Mick, I'll get comments on my 2-year-old videos more than I'll get comments on a 2-day-old video, you know, from people doing the searching.
Ken, you remember?
Go on, Phil.
I was gonna say, Ken, do you remember? Do you remember my Ace Repair channel? And I think when I had that Ace Repair channel, I remember you had like 45 subscribers. It was great.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did was it was an electric start push mower. Now I call it the mower from hell. That was like my first videos I did, where the lady didn't want to spend the $30 on the wiring harness, so I bought a Harbor Freight trickle charger for her to charge the battery in the push mower. And I didn't realize portrait versus landscape, so the first couple were like portrait.
How do you guys feel about all these machines coming out, or all these companies coming out with electrical machines? I'm seeing electrical zero turns now.
No, I I think you've got to embrace it, okay? Because if you don't embrace it and you don't show change, then there's going to be a high quantity of your subscribers who, they need to change too. So in some elements where they're going to be forced to buy electric or battery because they can't physically get the petrol, they're going to need help to repair those videos. So, or to repair those bits of equipment. I don't think it's going to be across the board. There'll be no more gasoline machines. I don't believe that to be true.
No.
So I think like everything, we're going to have to adapt. No different to when we've gone from hand powered tools to mechanical powered tools to battery powered tools.
Cordless.
It's just the world's evolution of just I wasn't even the word. It's just a way we had to change and go forward with it. So I've got a machine hopefully coming for demonstration off of a relatively big company in the UK. They want to send me a demo version of a battery powered cylinder mower, which I'm thinking, I'm not really into that. I've got a nice 1960s smoker, but if it does a good job and what have you, then who am I to say I shouldn't review it?
Sponsors, Mick, why not?
It's not really a sponsor. It's just we sort of met halfway, I think, and they're not willing to give it to me for nothing. I've got to purchase a machine, but hopefully I can get it cheap enough to do the review, get a bit of publicity, and then probably sell it on. So I've got my old ransom, so I like to use that. But it's about networking. It's about getting hold of these companies and reaching out to them and sharing the support. Much it is the same as these bigger channels supporting us and us supporting them. Is what it's all about.
You were talking about batteries too. A friend of mine bought the Steel battery operated chainsaw, and what I didn't realize was, the saws say $500, the battery and charger is $400. Yep. So it's not cheap. I mean, that's battery technology. The cost is coming down, but right now it's expensive.
The problem comes is it's not so much for Steel stuff, I feel sort of sorry for the home user who's going to be going to the local outlets and buying battery powered equipment, and the battery power is just not up to it. People are going to be spending sort of £250 or $300 on a half central bit of kit, and for a combi kit, charger, batteries, and machine, it's not going to be up to a job. That's the problem. I mean, I saw a professional gardener review a hedge trimmer, extendable hedge trimmer, Steel battery powered, and he bought the pack with it, the backpack with it as well. And he said he can trim for like 4 hours, no problem at all. It's lightweight, it does everything he wants to do, but it costs him $1,000.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go, Ken and Mick. It was nice talking to you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next time. Take care.
Bye, Phil. Bye.
Commercial guys won't be going 100% electric anytime soon. No, I don't. I think you're right, Brandon. But there is an element. I did see a review of a. I don't think it was a stand-on. I think it was a zero turn. But the back engine cover, or where the back engine cover should be, was mounted with solar panels, and they reckon it can charge 80% of its battery life whilst it's still running. Well, if you can, it's big. It was a 72-inch cut. If you can cut your yard with a 72-inch and still charge your batteries up to 80% of running, that's pretty good, But the issue is that there's other cost involved. Your solar panels, are they gonna stay up to service? The batteries itself, how often do you have to change the batteries on them? Because they're not going to be cheap. You get extended warranties, but for what it is, I think you got to pay some serious money out.
Yep. I see, like they did with IndyCar and stuff like that. You get generators on the transmissions, on the wheels, things like that you use just the rotation of the wheels themselves to power a generator to generate power to the battery, things like that. So I'm sure the technology will be there, but like you said, Mick, big bucks.
Oh, it's already there. So you're talking something like a dynamo sort of generator. You know what I mean? As a
Yeah,
machine,
exactly. Yeah,
as a machine, yeah, the
yeah,
machine
like
spins a dynamo. Yeah, exactly that. It's already there. But yeah, you're gonna have to shell out some serious money. And like I say, I saw a video of a bloke. He bought a home user equipment. He bought a trimmer, a hedge trimmer, 2 batteries,
Mhm.
and a charger. And I think each item was £25, apart from the trimmer. The trimmer was about 70 quid. And he charged it all up fully, and he only got about 15 minutes runtime from it. You know,
Oh, wow.
Absolutely hideous. So he spent about 125 quid, and he's thrown it in the bin.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I know around here, Pate was saying too, not just, pollution. They're talking about carbon emissions, noise. The biggest one, I think, is noise, because people don't like on the weekend when they want to sleep. They don't want to hear the noise of these machines going out. And I think that's what they bitch about more the noise than the pollution.
How do you think I feel when I'm trying to sleep at half past one in the afternoon? People are cutting their lawns.
Yep. Although I did third shift for 2 years, and I actually enjoyed sleeping in the afternoon.
I absolutely love my job because it fits in with me. It fits in, more importantly, with my family. So Riley boy, what's time now? 2 o'clock in the morning. Riley boy will be awake any minute if he's not already awake. So Mrs. P will be up with him until about 5 o'clock when I get in, and then she goes back to bed. I keep an eye on Riley for a little while, but she gets up to get Riley ready for school about 7. I go to bed. I sleep till 1 o'clock-ish, something like that, and then I get out of bed. Mrs. P gets back into bed at 1 o'clock. She has 2 or 3 hours more sleep there, so it works. It works for me. The money's good. It gives me free time all day long to do what I want to do in the workshop. It's good money, good pension, good life assurance. It's all there.
Is Mrs. P on an off shift as well, or flex time, or how does her thing work?
Mrs. P is part time. She's a healthcare assistant in the local hospital in the orthopedic ward. She works a Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, 8 hours a shift. Okay. So she does that, and then she's a what we call part-time carer for Riley at night time as well. So we got that all going on. But no, but do you know what? The graveyard shift for me, you just can't beat it. There's no traffic on the road.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah. Like I said, I used to, at first when I worked third shift, I'd get depressed on the way in. It was like, oh, not another night. But then once 5 or 6 in the morning hit, it was like, I got the whole day. But, just as long as you remember to go to sleep.
I've worked on this job now for I've just turned 19 years as of next month. 19 years. So next year will be my 20th year. And I can honestly say, it don't matter what the weather is, I actually have no problem in putting on my orange and going to work. I love my job. Love my job. I meet different people from all over the country. My location changes every single night. No night is the same. I've got a fantastic crew I work with, and that crew changes on a nightly basis as well. It's not a job, it's a way of life on here.
Yeah. Now, can you say with what you do, you've been 100% trained on any possibility that they throw at you, or is there still challenges that you'd never had before?
Oh, definitely. I'm on the railway. You cannot even check this out. You can, if you get a generator go down. Let's say the pull cord snaps, right? I'm not allowed to change it. You have to wait for the on-call fitter to turn up. It could be like 2 hours away. So I've had jobs before where a generator pull cord has snapped, and that has completely cancelled the entire job. And I'm talking, a team of welders is like £1,200, a crane for the night with a trailer, with an operator, with all the stuff. That's about £4,000. You could have a tamper out as well. That's another £6,000. A possession is £40,000. So you could be looking at wasting about by the time the end of the night comes up, you could look about a £60,000 deficit for a pull cord that snap, and you've got a YouTuber that repairs pull cords for a living and not allowed to touch it.
Well, let me ask you this though. the way it works in my place, the union shop, the way it works though, you can fix it, but you'll get grieved and monies will be paid out. But wouldn't that be better than wasting the whole shift? Just get grieved with it, and who cares?
No, it ain't worth your job, because health and safety, and if something was to happen to that generator and someone else got hurt, you're liable. So it's just easier if you haven't got a ticket. If you ain't got a ticket, you can't touch it, and if you haven't got a ticket, you can't look at it. But my job changes every night, so I may get called tomorrow night to a slip site where the track's actually gone down the bank, and I have to work with geologists and soil specialists and what have you, and survey boys, and to try and achieve the maximum out of the machine. So my job changes every night, and every night there could be a particular challenge to it. So we just had some new machines turn up. They're in the country now. They're called the new 09 Tampa. We're currently on the 08s, and the new 09s are in the country. Just come over about 2 months ago, so they're being trained on those. I haven't seen one yet, but apparently they don't fit. They're too wide. They're too fat.
Oh, for the gauge?
Yeah, well, not just a gauge, but passing trains is okay. But fixed structures like bridges, tunnels, and platforms, they're too fat.
Oh wow.
So we're going to have to re-gauge the entire country and move coping stones and try and move structures to try and get these machines to work. So that's quite an interesting time for us, because we've got to adapt to this Victorian structure once again to take these new machines in. So every night is different, Ken, and I like to go into a mess where the track is really, really bad, and I like to leave it absolutely on the money. I feel I've earned my money then, and I don't do a lot for my money, not really.
Yeah. Now, are you more though of an actual operator, or more of a technical lead though in what you do?
I'm a technical lead. I'm a track quality supervisor. So I've got an engineering degree in track design and composition. So cool. I can either just put the track back to where it should be, or I can design a complete new layout on a computer to put the track where I think it should be to achieve maximum results.
But you're physically allowed to do the work, or you just have to assign it to other people?
Oh no, we have a driver, a conductor on my train, a driver, conductor, a tower man. He's your computer man. We call the computer a tower because it is actually in a big tower system. And then we have the operator, and he sits in the belly cab, which is a big bubble right in the middle of the train. He's got big glass screens around him, and he operates the same computer that's linked to a tower man on the times. I very rarely go in the belly cab. It's none of my business going in there. He's the operator. I just tell him what I want him to do. But what happened is that I will input the information I need on the computer, and between me and the tower man, we will set up a design. Once we're happy with it, and we get the standard deviation figures back, what we're trying to achieve, he hits enter, and then literally all the man does in the belly cab, he operates for tines with his feet, not with his hands, and the computer is actually doing the work. So he'll hit his right foot. The tines go into the ground, and then with his left foot, he then taps down whilst his right foot is down, and the train will tamp the sleepers. If it needs, say, 150 mil over a certain area, it may need triple tamping. So as soon as he hits his left foot, the banks will grind, and then they lift up and they go down again. They grind, and he can't move forward until he sees a certain light. So the computer does everything. It's just you have to have a man there for fail safe.
Where is that equipment made, Mick? Is that equipment like German or something, or who makes that equipment?
Mainly coming over from Holland and Germany. Robel and I'm not quite sure, Haskos, mainly from Holland and Germany is where they're coming from. And again, different continent, different gauge out there as well. So we have to contend with that. We bought a big train called an MMT train, mobile maintenance train. And the idea is it's a train, but it's hollow. There's nothing inside. It's just a shell. And the blokes jump in a particular cab. It drives to the site. When it gets to the site, and they might be changing a rail, say, They go down into the hollow, and then the train will expand, opens its curtains up, and then you've got a work area about 4 carriages long and about 6 meters wide, and they're working actually inside an enclosed environment, so there's no wind, there's no rain, and all that sort of stuff. But the disadvantage is you can't work near it, so I can't go anywhere near that because it's expanded itself to make itself bigger. So yeah, the MNT train's really cool bit of kit. The advantages are where you got areas where there's 4 lines, not just 2, is that they can block the slow lines, turn electric off on the slows, keep the fast lines open, bring a train into the slows. They can change rails in a confined area. No one can stray out and get hit by a train or anything like that. So you're fully confined. It's a serious bit of kit, but again, when it first turned up, they opened the curtains up and it was too wide because it was based upon the EU measurements.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right. I think I'm going to end it here, Mick. I'm coming up on an hour. It looks like it's just you and me for now, but that's all right.
Well, it's nice to chat with you, Ken. Always nice to see you, buddy.
Oh yeah. All right. Have a safe night, my friend. We'll probably see you on your stream Saturday. All right. Thanks everybody for showing up. Mick, have a safe night. Talk to you soon.
Matey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.